Welcome back to my channel. It is Saturday noon. I did want to start this, I don't know, early this morning, but that was a shot. It did not help that we had people coming over, people calling me like right now. Alright guys, I'm back. That was a phone call. That's what I mean, interruptions. So today we are doing winter seeding, cleaning up the basement, and reconciling and figuring out what we're gonna do for spring to start some garden planning. So if you like watching these kind of videos, just keep on watching. So this is my planting book, Love Roots and Refuge Farm. This is where I got the stickers from. Love it. So the plan this year is we want to do things that I haven't done or I have failed. So garlic, as you guys saw, we did grow that in the fall. I've seen a couple of the leaves pop up. We just put dry leaves on top of it, but it's very windy today, so I'm hoping that it stays, but we're not sure how the garlic is going to do. The onions, I have failed at onions, but it was actually not seed onions. There were the tops of my onions that I tried to regrow from scratch. So this I'm not gonna try unless I have seeds. So I did order some seeds. Not sure if I have any in the basement, so I would have to check to see if we have some in the basement. Sweet potato, I do it all the time, except this time we did not start in February. We started, actually you guys will see the video uploaded before this video. Should get uploaded tomorrow, Sunday. So I started the starter seed sooner, so I can at least plant them as soon as my first frost goes through. What else do we have? The same thing for potatoes. The potatoes I ended up doing the sprout now in January. I put them in a box. Hopefully they'll sprout out so I can have them ready for our first frost. Peppers. So I did horrible, I think it was with the hot peppers. None of my hot peppers grew. The sweet peppers did great. So that's that. I did do sweet peppers. The corn, we did put it in. It said we did have soak. Now we need to make sure we soak seed overnight. That really helped out, because what happened was we ended up doing half soaked, half not soaked, and if you saw the videos, the ones that were soaked started sprouting faster than the ones that were not soaked. So we're going to soak all of them in come July. The other thing was we need a fence, like something to hold the stalk up, because we ended up having really bad heavy winds one night and the corn went everywhere and it was a disaster. So besides that, we need to make sure it is fenced in. Now this here is only a temporary fix, because obviously that's not something we're gonna want to continue knowing in Tennessee. I hope the shadow got better. I did move, so now the lighting is actually on my left instead of my right. I changed my seating from one side to the other side of the spectrum here. So what else do we have? That's it. So I want to keep a journal of what's happening now. So this is gonna be for 2022. Right now we're in January, so I'm putting today. I'm gonna put the date today because I want to make sure that I remember that this is from January 15th. I am writing everything in pencil, which I probably should write it in pen, but I'll go over it later on with a pen just in case I need to erase. But the plan is, so last year my potatoes did bad. So a recap of 2021. My hubby is sleeping, so he will be snoring. 2021 recap, potatoes. I did get potatoes, but they were not big enough. So, you see, I need to erase. Not big enough. By the time we took them out, so they were not big enough. And let's see, can I go closer? Because I want you guys to see. There we go, not big enough. The hot peppers seeds died. I was horrible with the cucumbers. none of them, I mean, the plant did well, but then at sometimes it kept dying on me. So we need to figure out what's up with the cucumbers. I mean, I even brought the trellis in order for it to climb up, and it still didn't work for me. So horrible with cucumbers. What else did we do bad? We do great with tomatoes. So the plan for let's do this 2022 plan is I want to have 4 plants of each. So I'm only going to do 4 plants of tomato. And so we're going to do 6 seedlings just in case some of them die. And then we want to do this will be the cherry tomatoes, and we do great with those. And I want to do 4 of the I don't know what they're called, but it's the bigger tomatoes. I think they're I don't know what they're called, but they're bigger, so bigger tomatoes. And so I'm gonna do 6 seedlings. Now for 2022, what we're gonna do is we are winter seeding, and that's what we're gonna do downstairs, and hoping for the best, right? If we don't try it, we don't know if it's gonna work for us. Like right now it's January. I should have done this in November, but I just decided to try it and let it be, right? So we know we do good with the tomatoes. I want 4 plants of my sweet peppers. So I am gonna do 6 seedlings of the sweet peppers. Now I have 10 gallons downstairs available, so let's write that down. So let's do 1, 2, 3, so we don't pass what we want to do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Alright, if I go too close, you guys can't see it. There we go. So we're gonna do the tomatoes, the sweet pepper. I totally sucked at cucumbers. Totally sucked at strawberries. None of my strawberries grew. And I want to do better with green peppers because I only had the green large peppers. I only had 2 plants that grew, but I only got like 2 peppers out of it. I only got a few peppers out of the plant, which was kind of sad. So we're gonna do 6 seedlings. The other thing is that the green pepper I ended up doing, so I have 5-gallon containers and we have the 3-gallon containers, and we did 3-gallon containers, and I think it could be between, where did I go wrong? It could be 3-gallon containers, and then at the same time I ended up adding that bad soil from the demolition we did in the front of the house. So it could have been the bad soil, not sure if it was the container. So this year we are redoing our soil, trying to get rid of that bad soil. And what we're gonna do is obviously buy more soil, so now we're gonna spend more money. Oh, sorry about that. I had a little note taking that I did. So I found out that, obviously you live and you learn, right? So a few things that I know I needed to make sure to start doing this year is figuring out from so I went into the almanac online, I'll link it below, and I found out that on my zone here in Connecticut, our last frost is going to be April 12th, and our fall, the last for harvest, is going to be October 28th. Alright guys, sorry about that, battery was dying. Okay, so our 2020 due dates are April 12th of 2022 through October 28th of 22. The other thing that I learned is that I needed to know how many days we had in season. This is things that I didn't know before. I was just winging things, you know, learning myself. So I know I have 198 days for the season, and these are my dates. So that's one thing I needed to know. Alright, then the other mistake I made was I was starting seeds for certain things I shouldn't have started seeds for. It's something that you direct sow when you're ready, like the beans and the peas. I think the year before it was the corn, carrots. I'm not sure if I ever tried beets or radish. I would have to check. But I know that I killed the plants because I'm a murderer, and I found out you're supposed to direct plant them when you're ready. So that's another one that we're not gonna obviously do seeds on because there's no point if I gotta direct seed it. Then I found a little planting zone, sort of like a starter guide. Well, my hubby found it, and it goes by your zone. So we're in 7A, but it only gives you a perimeter of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So ours is 7A, I believe 7A. Yep, 7A. So for this one, it shows you when you can start planting and transplanting. So from the looks of it, here's where you start your seeds. disappears when you transplant it, from what I understood. So, obviously we're in January, so some of these I can actually start the seeds downstairs, which I have to go check and see what I have. But I want to do the stuff that I failed at before. Oh, I failed at spinach too. So let's do, spinach was a fail. Spinach was a fail. I only had one plant, so we're gonna do 4 plants of spinach. And I'm only doing 4 at a time because I don't know how many actual containers I have. Because I can count them from my window, but we did buy 4 more, and we have more in, in the shed. So what's another one I failed at? I think that's it. But so we're gonna do, so you see this is a direct seed. The beans, this is a direct seed. The Brussels sprout, direct seed is the corn, direct seed is the cucumber. Onion seems like it's a direct seed. Peppers are a direct seed. It makes no sense to me. And according to this, these should be direct seed. I don't believe the pepper or the tomato. Maybe the onions. Alright, so I have tomatoes, sweet peppers, green peppers, the spinach. What else? I need hot peppers. Did I put hot peppers in here? Nope. So we're going to do 4 plants of hot peppers. So we're going to put 6 seedlings. Louis, that crayon that you bring from work, is that a wax crayon? I'm going to use one. I'm going to take one if you don't mind. I think you have like 4 there. Because I think that's the only thing I can write on my container and it won't die over the winter. Like, it doesn't erase. It stays on there forever until you wipe it. Okay, let's see. The next one is, I want to see if I actually have, we're going to do kale. We're going to do, I want to do beets. I'm going to try the carrots, even though it says direct seed. Carrots, beets, broccoli, 1, 2, 3. Kale, cauliflower, cabbage. I'm not sure if I have cabbage. I will try cabbage. But the ones that are big in the containers, right? Like cabbage is a big ball when it grows. So if I'm going to do it in my container, I would either want 2 plants in one of those big containers or 1 plant per 5-gallon containers. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do, actually, we're going to do 2 of the kale because I hear those are big plants. But we're actually going to seed 4. Just in case they die. I'm going to do the same thing for the beets. The same thing for, no, carrots is going to be 4. Cabbage is going to be 2. So 2 plants of beets, 4 plants of carrots, 2 plants of cabbage. So this is going to be 4, 6, 4 seedlings that I'm going to start. Now these seedlings are the ones that we're going to put into gallons, put them outside, set them and forget them, and hope for the best. But obviously, if it didn't work, you got to keep an eye on them, right? So I will see whether or not it is actually working. And if it's not working, then I can start my startup seeds inside with the heat mat and all that stuff. Like, I got all that stuff downstairs. You'll see it in a minute. But I'm going to pause you really quick. I'm going to see if I can count the containers that are actually outside my window and see if it's at least 10. So I'll be back. Okay, so from outside my window, I see 21 5-gallon containers. Then I see 4, 5... I think 5 3-gallon containers. I have 3 tubs and 3 tires. We are using the tires this year for potatoes. So now I do want to do 2 tires with the sweet potatoes. And then 1 tire for the regular potato. Then I still have 3 tubs to use, so I can still use 1 tub for regular potatoes because I've never done the tire, and then maybe 1 tub with a sweet potato, right? And then that gives me 1 tub to use maybe for the carrots, because then it's long enough for the carrots to go down. Maybe. Okay, I'm starting to like this planning crap. So if it's 21 and we brought 4, so that's the 4, 21 with the 4, then we have, I don't know how many we have inside the storage, so we gotta have more. So I'm wondering, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 20, 24, 28, I would need at least 34 if that's my goal. So I would have to see inside the shed to see how much we have in there, but I won't be able to do that right now. We have to wait till the weather gets a little nicer. It's like 0 degrees outside right now. So this is the plan for now. So this is what I'm going to do for winter seeding, which we're going to go do downstairs right now. This was my biggest boo-boos and recap for 2021. Now, the only other thing I will change, and I am going to change, is that obviously you know I am a bullet journal junkie, and I will be putting in the calendar all this stuff. So like right now we know that on April 12th is our last frost. So I'm gonna put, which is pretty going with the Easter Sunday, which that is true. So around this day for Easter Sunday, no, let's look at, yes. So Sunday on Easter Sunday, since we're really not gonna do anything that day, except probably go to church if Corona doesn't, you know, take over the world again, is check weather for planting, right? This is an all-day event. I'm gonna invite the hubby, and we are going to do, sure, we'll do day before, or at least 2 days before also, a reminder, because I tend to ignore everything. Then, oh, I forgot to put the color. I think planting is supposed to be green. Then I'm gonna put October 10 is our last frost. October 28th. October 28th. So it will be this Sunday. That no more planting. Last day of frost. Last day of frost. October 28th. Now obviously you still gotta keep an eye on the weather for that kind of stuff. I'm gonna invite hubby. Because right on this time around for October 28th, we will most likely plant garlic again. So the note here is gonna say to plant garlic. I didn't have enough garlic bulbs, so I need at least 4 bulbs to take up that whole entire space area for planting. Okay, so I know that for a fact, at least. I think garlic has 2 seasons for it. You can actually start early spring and get it by, I think, June or July is another one. But don't quote me on that. I haven't done it, so I'm just trying to I'm trying to figure out now the winter one. So this is the layout. Then what I'm going to do is when we figure out what we're going to do on how we're going to set it up outside, I am going to put it here, write it down, and put the brand and what brand it was, how did I do, when did I plant it, all in here. Because then it'll be a better guide for me. Because half of the time I forget what I planted in the bucket, and I put these with the bucket, but then for some reason it erases after time. I don't see it. I even brought the plastic ones, and those were the exact same thing. So if anybody out there has a better idea, let me know. But the sticks are not working for me with the permanent marker, neither is the plastic ones with the permanent marker. I mean, it's horrible. There's no winning in this thing. So let's go downstairs and start our winter seeding. Alright guys, here is my glow room. No sir. So here is the tables we have set up for everything that has to do with our growing, right? I mean, I had to buy one of these because the other one broke. I have my dried corn there. I mean, the seeds, we have 3 containers actually filled up with seeds, all of our oil, all of that stuff. So I need to obviously clean all this stuff up. Trying to figure out how we're gonna do this because it's a lot and it's cold down here. It is so cold. Well, right now it's 58. I did leave the heater on for a little bit before me coming over here. These were harder than a rock, so I brought garden soil to put into these containers to do the winter sowing. So you will see me how to figure this thing out. I did put the heater on, so oh yeah, you see now it's a little bit better. So whew, man, it's gonna be a lot of work. So let's get started, shall we? So I am gonna clean this up, organize it a little bit better, If you don't like watching me do this, you can skip it a little bit. I'm gonna speed it up, obviously. I'm not gonna torture you and watching me do all this stuff. We're not sponsored by Home Depot, but I did buy 4 more containers. So let me stop procrastinating the fact that I gotta do this. And let's just get started. Alright, since this is a longer crazy video, I am using my fake GoPro. According to this, it should record for 2 hours straight. And I'm not gonna put you so far away. I just want you guys to see me. Let's see. GoPro is so great because, I mean, it has shows everything compared to the camera. I mean, I hope you get a good quality. Not sure how it's going to be, but here we go. Alright, so I needed a charger because I'm listening to music, and I wanted to tell you that I need to replant this. I think it's a radish. Poor JJ. He gave it to me weeks ago. It still looks like it can live, so I'm doing that today. I'm sorry, JJ. Alright guys, so the first things first is remove all the covers from the gallons, right? You need obviously a blade. Okay, please keep safe when you're using that. A pair of scissors and some duct tape, right? Also, I keep hearing permanent marker does not work anywhere near when you write on it what it is. So I'm gonna try, my son brought this from work. It's sort of like a waterproof wax black marker. It's a sort of like a crayon. I'm hoping it's a wax crayon and it does not erase. So I'm gonna write it on top of here like carrots. I'm gonna write it on here with a permanent marker, carrots. And I'm gonna put a stick in there with a permanent marker that says carrots. So if it erases anywhere, inside, outside, it's gotta stay somewhere, right? We don't want to lose that. So the plan was the 10 that were in here, we're gonna plan to grow them in here, but that's later. We need to do first is do this. So I am gonna use this container. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but this container is a strawberry container, right? And I always throw them away, but I'm so dumb because this thing is like, it has holes already on the top, it has holes already on the side and the bottom. It's like the perfect container. Why I never thought of it? So of course this is the only one I got. Granted, I've eaten a million strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. They all come in these kind of containers, and I threw them away. But lesson learned, right? I'm gonna try it with this. I'm not sure if it's gonna work though, so we'll see. And I'm not sure what seed I should put in here, but that's my number 10 because I got 3, 6, 9, and I had 10 that I wanted to do. I wish the 10 was another gallon of this, but it's not. So let's get started. So obviously you want to still keep the handle. Hold on, you can't see me. Let me get a little closer. Here we go. So you want to keep the handle, right? So you can pick it up, take a peep in the hole, make sure the seeds are perfectly fine in there, right? So we want to keep this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it this way, but not where the handle is. Get it? I hope you get it. So we're gonna do here. Can I do this with this thing? I did bring scissors. Caesars, that's my Spanish, people. Just in case, because you know, and I don't want to do it too, like, too small, because I hear if you do it too small, it does break. So, there we go. So now I can use the scissors. I don't even know if you saw that, because I was probably out of range, but we're going to do it again. So here we go. Here's the first one. Okay, nope, we gotta cut it some more. You see, lesson learned. You have to cut it enough where it opens up like a tab, bro. Opens up like a tab. Okay, I don't know how people did this. I might have cut this one wrong. Or it's a bunch of bull. So, let's see. Can we go back some and up some? Because I keep putting it closer to my face. Let's do it again, people. Let's do it again. So according to the thing, you're supposed to be able to put the dirt in there. Then we're going to seal it up. But I hear you can keep this. So maybe it's supposed to be the other way. That's one. Let's do it the other way then. Alright, so that's that. Now I am going to do the dirt. So let's bring you over here. Let me open this up because the duct tape is needed. Do need duct tape. And I'm gonna put one bag at a time because I'm not sure if I'm gonna use all of it. And I have to wet it, so the soil has to be moist. I hope you guys can hear me. The heater is like blasting because it's so cold outside. Outside is actually brutal today. I hope my garlic does not die. We usually don't have this kind of crazy weather. I mean, we're cold, but we're not this cold. I think Monday we're supposed to be in the negative, and I can't remember actually the last time we were actually in the negative. I mean, we've been cold, but I mean, that might be a lie. Corona's making me crazy, people. Maybe I have been through this weather. I just don't remember it. Because obviously, you know, I work from home. That's what I'm saying. And let's see. So, Can you see the dirt? Let's push it this way. Push it down some. Because that's where I'm going to do my dirt mixture. I'm going to take the one that is not frozen. And it's over here with the heater. You're probably asking, where's my husband? My husband is sleeping upstairs. He did ask me if I needed his help. I said no. I like doing things. He likes helping me whenever he can, but he does have to work tonight in his side hustle. So I don't want to bother him too much. I know he's tired. I don't have a lazy husband. I have a great husband. Should put my gloves on. I mean, it's not like they're far. You know? It's not like they're far or anything. Like if I have to go to the car or to the garage or to the shed. I like getting my hand dirty, people. Okay, so I did buy that. I think it's called the topsoil. What is it called? Garden soil, vegetables, and herbs. And it controls moisture. And it has, like, I guess, feeding stuff on there. So it's made with compost. I'm not sure if that's what I'm supposed to use. Because don't forget, I am a learner just like you. So I guess you learn from your mistakes. I'm a learner by learning by my mistakes. So I'm not sure if that's the correct compost I should be using, but that's the only one I can find. It's horrible. Alright, now you're supposed to water it. Because it's supposed to be moist compost. About a gallon of water. It looks pretty moist now. Right. Much better. Yes. Well, now we'll know if there's a hole in this container. Took a whole ton of bag. The other thing I forgot to do is we are supposed to make holes in this thing. Okay, I'm in the basement. Tools everywhere. I can't find anything that can help me. So I found this. I'm gonna try to use it. It does have a pointy thing. I hope my husband don't kill me. Okay, so you take this very carefully and you're gonna make holes underneath the bottom of the cans so it can drain. So you gotta stick it in, twist it a little bit, and it does work, but please be careful, okay? I'm gonna do all of these. I'll be back because I don't know if YouTube will ban me from you know, doing this. Alright guys, I'm back. Punctured all the holes on all of these, at least 4 holes in every corner, so it can at least drain out. This already has holes, so I don't have to do anything to this, but now you just fill these up with dirt, and then I'm gonna start plopping them on the other table. So let's see. Can you see me? There we go. Much better. And I'm gonna do that to all of the bottles, and we'll be back, because if not, this video is gonna be very long. Alright guys, so you're probably wondering, how does girl get all this work done when all she does is dance and sing? I just do. No, I'm just kidding. So I put the dirt in all the containers. Now I'm gonna go through. This is all the seeds that we have purchased, and let's go through them. So the container itself is not part of the photo container that I told you guys about. The photo container is actually, oops, sorry, I'm trying to move it out of the way, over there. That's the 2 photo containers that we brought, and then we brought an extra cases, empty photo cases, which are these, to fill up this big huge container. Now this big huge container is just a regular Rubbermaid container. I don't know what size it is. A 30 quart 28.3 liter. It's a 2 feet by 135 feet. I'm sure you can read that if I help you straighten that out. But we put all of the vegetable seeds in here because if not, we would need like 30 of those. So we were smart and got one of these. So according to our plan, now we got to go to the handy dandy veggie Bible here. If I can hold you straight. And we said we wanted these 10 containers. And I know we said it because we wrote it down. We wrote it down. And we said that we wanted to be the things that we failed at. In 2021, which was, we have small tomatoes and big tomatoes. Okay, now I can put you here. You know what? I'm gonna straighten you guys out. Hold on. Alright guys, not sure why I didn't think about that before, but you are on a tripod. Like, really, I see it, really. Okay. So we're gonna go through the seeds. Now I look mad dark because of the lighting. Sorry about the lighting, but we're in the basement. There's nothing we can do about that. And we're gonna figure out what do we want to plant, right? We gotta look for the huge tomatoes, the baby cherry tomatoes. I do want to get a label maker so I can put what they are on top of these, because you can't tell what they are unless you flip it over and read the package. So yeah, this is Swiss chard. So one of these gotta be tomatoes. Aha, tomatoes. You can't see me. Tomatoes, tomatoes. You see, tomatoes. Focus, man, focus. So I want big plump tomatoes. For some reason I can never do huge tomatoes. I can do the little cherry to baby tomatoes. That I can do. I mean, this one, actually, this did really good in my garden. The Seed Savers Exchange, I go hard yellow cherry tomatoes. Those were good. I mean, all these other ones, I don't think they ended up, I wasn't able to grow them. So what I'm going to do is, I have these burpee tomatoes. This is the sandwich steak tomatoes. And we said we wanted to plant 6 seedlings. So what I'm going to do, and I have this Dollar Tree tomato. Oh, these are cherries. No, these are all cherries. I don't have no big tomatoes because I am horrible at them. I should have thought about that. Let me see. Do I have any more tomatoes in here? No. Peppers. Kale. Oh, we want to do kale. We are supposed to do green peppers. We're supposed to do hot peppers again. Somebody put this on so that in the right. This is cabbage. Do we have any cabbage? Oh yeah, we are supposed to do cabbage. What is this? Lettuce. No, we're not doing lettuce. I'm not gonna try onions. These are just beans. Broccoli? No, I did kale, beets, cabbage. Asparagus? No. I found out that asparagus, when you plant it, it takes a long time to. This is artichoke. Let me read the pack in the back. 30 seeds. I was looking online the other day and I thought it said you can't harvest until like 3 years. Oh, it does. Look, it says the bed will be ready for moderate harvest 3 years after planting and every mid to late spring thereafter. 3 years! I did not realize that. So we're not doing that. Eggplant. Oh, no eggplant. This is more peppers. Hot peppers. These are beans. Beans are supposed to be sowed directly. That's why I failed. This is corn. Nope. Cucumber. I thought we said cucumber. Green pepper. Nope. Carrots. Oh yeah, carrots. Supposed to try carrots. Okay. None of the melons. I'm not gonna try none of the melons. Spinach we're supposed to try. Beets we're supposed to try. And I'm gonna do the pumpkin. Okay. So I don't have any more big tomatoes. Ugh. That's gonna be annoying, bro. Annoying. Let me see. Can you see me better there? We're about to find out. So I don't have any more big tomatoes. Yes, you can see me better there. So I'm gonna use 3 of these And I'm gonna try the midget Mexico from Seed Savers. Now I forgot about Seed Savers. Seed Savers seeds did pretty good for me last year, so I'm gonna do 3 of these, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and see if I find me some steak tomatoes. Seems like I ain't got none. So we said, oh, and we're supposed to do 6 cherry tomatoes. So I want to try all the, which one was it? The only one that worked for me from Seed Saver, but I don't know if it's because I overseeded, was the yellow one. So I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to do the Gold Rush Grant tomato from Seed Saver. And I totally forgot about Seed Saver. So let's do that. So I'm going to do, since I want to take 4 plants, I'm going to do 3 of that one and 3 of the other one that I did not see, that did not grow last year. So we're trying to maximize our stuff here. Alright, so let me go over here. So this is going to be the big tomatoes. Where is my stick? Here. I always have the skewer in hand. Sorry if I look crazy. And we're going to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm going to try to put 3 of each in there. Some of these seeds are just so tiny. So, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do the 3, because no matter what, they're tomatoes, so if they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't. I just really want to succeed in the big tomatoes. 3 of these. I mean, I tend to like more of the little tomatoes, but who am I to be saying what kind of tomato I want when I don't even eat half of the stuff. Where are you? 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be, this one is tomatoes. So let's put tomato. I hope you can see that. I wrote the name on the top. Now I'm going to duct tape, closing it shut. This video is going to take me forever for editing. Also, now you're supposed to close it shut. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm not supposed to close this shut. Alright, let's see. Pretty sure you guys probably cannot see that, but close it shut. Sort of like a set it and you forget it kind of deal. And of course, I left the scissors. Alright, set it up. It's all closed up. There's no peeping Tom. And there you go. Get a little closer. There you go. It's all closed up. My 6 seeds are in there. You can peep through the hole. And I have the word tomato. So check it out. So this is done. I'm going to go get the... I need the permanent marker to write tomato on here. So I was going to put the stick in it and put tomato on it. But I decided not to. Alright guys, I had to go upstairs to make sure hubby was up. He scared me. But he don't go to work till 5:30. So I changed the angle of the camera so you guys can see more of what I'm doing here. But it's basically all the same. I got my permanent marker so I can write tomato on the one we just did. I want to see if that worked. But I'm pretty sure the one on the top is the one that's going to work the best. Because it's a wax waterproof crayon. But basically, now that you guys are closer, I did 6 little holes with my skewer. Because that's how many seeds we're going to put in there. And now I'm going to grab 3 seeds of each that we decided to do. So obviously I'm not going to continue going forward to show you what I'm doing. But I'll put it on the screen, or I'll tell you guys at the end what tomato was what. Because if I do it differently, once again, we will be here forever with this video, and I don't want to take forever to edit. So I put 3 of these. The sweet pea currant tomato from Seed Saver. The other one had the burpee steak sandwich hybrid tomato and Mexico midget tomato. Okay. This one has the sweet pea currant tomato, and it's gonna have the Gold Rush currant tomato. That's another one from Seed Saver. I forgot about these people. I am gonna go upstairs and see if maybe I find them. See if they have strawberries. Like, I've been trying to find strawberries since I failed miserably with the strawberries. So now we close it up. Close it up and line it up. I forgot to do that to the other one. So then obviously the duct tape holds it all together. So you want to make sure you go all the way around. Make sure you line it up. And then that's it. Seems like one time all the way around works enough for me. I mean, duct tape, hello people, it's duct tape. And I'm pretty sure nothing is gonna happen to that. So this one is tomato. So I'm gonna put that one tomato 1. This is gonna be number 2. Right? Because in my book I'm gonna write the brand and all that other good stuff. So here we're gonna put tomato. As you can see, it holds steady. Okay. I'll put tomato 1 here. And tomato 1. And then now I'm gonna write the tomato 1 over there. Where's my pen? And I'm gonna write actually here, so I don't mess up my notebook actually, and I don't have to go far. What is in tomato 1 and what is in tomato 2? 1 burpee steak tomato. And Seed Saver Mexico midget. Then 2 is Gold Rush tomato, and it was sweet pea currant. Okay. Now I'm gonna put these back. Put this over here. So we got 2 down. 8 to go. That took a while. Alright guys. So you guys don't get bored. This is what I'm gonna be doing. But I'm gonna speed it up. Like there was no tomorrow. Alright guys, we are done. So we finished. Obviously these go on every 2 hours, so I got 2 hours on, 2 hours off to make sure the heat stays the way it's supposed to be so it can grow. We do have stuff growing there. I do have to check it. I think some of it is not growing, so I am gonna do, I think, this to it to see if this ends up working out, because nothing is happening, nothing. So I gotta water that. But we finished. Here is the list. So we're gonna review this list upstairs. I did numbering, and then what I'm gonna do now is, if I can, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Is I have a water bottle. There's only plain water in here, and then what I'm gonna do is in through the hole. Check it out, we're spraying water. So I'm gonna do that for a little bit to each one, and then we're gonna place them in mortar outside, and I will show you where. So let me get this going on, and I will check you guys out in a bit. So I'm gonna get started. Alright guys, it is freezing out here. Look at, it is cold. I don't know if you can see that, but it is cold, bro. It's cold. I wanted to show you that I actually, the garden, remember the last video I showed you, I had built this little section right here, and we put garlic in here. Well, check it out. I want to show you that it's working. I don't know, where was it? I saw it somewhere right here. Look, it's garlic. And so I put this here, put leaves in here, because the leaves is supposed to protect it, but check it out. Garlic. We got garlic. Look, garlic. So I think I'm good with the garlic, but I hope it don't die, because it came out very early, started sprouting, and I'm not sure if it was supposed to. So all of this started sprouting like a couple of weeks ago. But we did have warm days that I think it got confused. So I'm gonna put all the jars, because technically it's supposed to stay away from sun, but it's supposed to still get wet and moisture. So I'm gonna put it on that wall and put all 10 containers there, and then I'm gonna block it with the 2 compost piles. So watch me work, people, watch me work. Can you see me? I hope you can see me. Alright guys, okay, I'm freezing cold. My husband's gonna kill me if he finds out I'm out here, but I put them all right there. I'm still able to get them moistured, because there's nothing covering it from here. I think the sun will get to it, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad. So if I need to water it, I can just use that same water bottle and go through each hole, and I can check it, because there's nothing here blocking it. Okay, let me go inside. Whew, that was cold. It is cold out there. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up this mess. I'm not gonna record that, and I will get back with you upstairs to go over what we have done. Hey guys, welcome back. So it is late. I'm sitting here watching my old videos to see what makes a difference. I got 2 looks here because I want to see which one looks better on our screen. So I have the fake GoPro and my regular camera from on top, just a reference to see which one looks better. I mean, we know that the only thing I do hate is the fact that I have to convert the videos. That's about it. Besides that, let's go back to this. So I am still watching some of my old videos. I wanted to go back and confirm like the things that I didn't work on. So I did not have, so going back to my old videos this year, I did go back to look at the garden when I first started to see like what I grew and what didn't grow and what sustained its life and what didn't. If you guys remember correctly, we brought a trellis to put, I think it was the cucumbers on the trellis. Well, the trellis worked fine. What I think did not work fine was the fact that I put it on that blue tower thing. So I brought a tower thing to try it out. And if you guys saw the video, it tipped over because I did too many towers up. But besides the whole fact of it tipping over, that did not work, I guess, for the cucumber because cucumbers needed more space. Then the prior year, I looked at my video. So making these videos and showing you guys, besides showing you guys, it helps me out because I get to go back and look and see what I did wrong, what worked, what didn't work. The prior year, I succeeded on the cucumber plants, but I had too many in the 5-gallon container. So I think I had like 1, 2, 3, 4 plants in that 5-gallon container with the trellis, and it did work. It did work. They bloomed beautifully. We had not a real trellis. We had another different trellis that we used to bring up the plants, and that worked fine, except that it was overcrowded. So within that 1 bucket container, it was overcrowded. So the fruit was bearing, but barely. So like I think the biggest, I saw the last video of the cucumber, it was like about this big. And that was it. I only got like 1 or 2 good cucumbers out of like 2, 4. I think I had like 12 plants because there was 4 in like 4 different containers. So we had a good size amount of plants, except there was too many in that 1 container. So that was 2020, and then in 2021 what happened was we had the bigger trellis, which would have worked, except we put the plant inside the tower thing, and I think that screwed it up because it did not have enough soil in that tower thing for it to live, right? So it grew a little bit, and that was it. It was horrible for the beans. It was horrible for my strawberries. None of them grew. It was bad. All of that stuff. So what I've learned was that the tower, it was the tower. I need to see what works for the tower. So I know that obviously the cucumbers need a lot of space. I can't put that in the tower. So I got to put that in a regular container and use the new trellis, and I think that's going to work for next year. So I believe that that'll be one plan, is use the 5-gallon containers, 2 per, no, I think it's 1 per, this is the cucumber, and the trellis. So if I do that with maybe 3 containers, so I need 3 plants of cucumbers, that will cover that trellis. I think that would work for the cucumbers. Now the tower, I'm going to leave the tower for smaller plants that don't need space, and I got to Google that. My guess is maybe the strawberries, but I tried one side with the strawberries and it did not grow. So I got to figure out what's up with the strawberries. What else did good? Like things that needed a lot of water, I think is what technically worked on this. Like I put tomatoes in there and they bloomed. It was crazy. The beans tried, but they got overpowered by the cucumber. So I can't put the beans in the same trellis. I need a different trellis, which I do have. So I'm going to go back to the black container for my beans, and I'm going to direct sow the beans. And this will be with I need another, I think I have it, but I need no, I don't have it. I need another square trellis. But the thing is that whatever we buy now is sort of a gamble because we're leaving to Tennessee. Now, will I be able to reuse that trellis? I don't know. Do we want to spend money on it? So that is questionable right there. Because don't forget, we're thinking about Tennessee. I need to change the battery, so please hold on. Alright guys, we're back. Battery changed. I didn't have to change the battery on the GoPro. That thing lasts forever. It's been on the same battery since this morning, so... okay, so that's one thing I noticed from going back on the old videos. Also, I want to say the plants did okay in the 3-gallon containers. I did have a lot of production of tomatoes in the 3-gallon containers. I had no issues whatsoever. I did remember, I think they'll produce more if they're in a bigger container. But like looking at the video right now, I mean, JJ is picking up so many tomatoes from those 3-gallon containers that I think they work fine. They did not work. So the 3-gallon containers for cherry, I should call. The other thing I noticed on the videos was I kept calling it baby tomatoes. I'm sorry, it's JJ. JJ calls him little baby. Actually, at one point he was calling him baby Nico because of his brother. But the cherry tomatoes work fine on the 3-gallon buckets. They did great. The large tomato never made it, but I think it's because the large tomato is gonna need the 5-gallon containers, right? Then what was the other one I saw? The peppers. The peppers are the other ones that need 5-gallon containers, are the peppers. So the any pepper, the sweet pepper, the green pepper, the hot pepper, they all need a 5-gallon container. I wanted to do sunflowers, but I'm not sure how great that's going to be in containers. So I think the sunflowers, I'm going to try to grow them by the shed, because that'll be direct sowed into the ground. So if I remember that I have, I don't know, 2 sunflowers back there, that would be great. But my peppers did good, all of them, on my 5-gallon containers. What else did good on the 5-gallon containers? The other thing that we have to do that messed up some of my gardening was the soil. So don't forget that we ended up doing that renovation in the front of my house, and that renovation sort of screwed us up because I thought it looked like good soil, and then when we put it with the plants, it was full of rocks. It's like clay. I did show a video one time on it showing you what it looks like. So the other thing is we need to return, is what you call it, like return our soil. How am I going to do that? I have no idea, because everything is in containers. So we definitely need to get a spot and re-split the soil. We only have 2 wheelbarrows. That's not going to be enough. I do have 2 huge garbage pails that are full of compost. So we could probably use maybe half of that, but that's not going to work either. My guess is we did just get this creative retreat in a creative room box thing, and it came in that huge box if you saw the video. And I'm thinking I'm going to use that. I'm going to put all the soil in that. So I'm going to tell Campbell on... Yes, I think that'll work. So to do that, create room box, container box. Might be big enough. If not, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to like do 2 containers, and maybe per wheelbarrow is the only thing I can think of. But all of this we have to do before we start, obviously, growing it, right? Man, now I'm really thinking about that. I really need to turn that soil. I really need to turn the soil by adding more soil, more just plain soil. We need plain soil. We need compost, and I'm hoping that my compost has been working. And we're gonna need manure. I'm gonna maybe ask on social media if I know anybody who has like rabbits and can give me the manure, because I hear rabbit manure is really good. I don't have chickens, obviously, to till and use their stuff too, so it's sort of horrible. But I can probably look to see if I can find somebody that doesn't mind me going and scraping the manure of the rabbit to get some. If not, I would have to stick with the regular manure, and then add some of the vitamins that we have. So that's the stuff that I noticed. And that we need to change. So I'm going to keep these notes. I'm going to put them behind here. The other thing, I'm going to put them behind here. But the other thing that I thought about was, so the tower, maybe for strawberries only. I need to look for small plants that I want to plant to put in the tower. So maybe bush beans. I don't know. We'll find out. I will Google that and see. So the containers obviously that we did today, that we did winter seeding, and we're hoping they grow. I did the number 1 was the cherry. Actually, I got it backwards. It was not cherry tomato number 1. It was the big tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes are bucket number 2. So let's go that way. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to go take a shower. It's very late, and I didn't want to miss my showering window, but where was I? So the number 1 bucket has the big plum steak tomato, the Mexico midget from Seed Saver. Bucket number 2 had the Gold Rush tomato with the sweet pea currant. Those are cherry tomatoes. Bucket number 3 has sweet peppers, and I think those are ajíes dulce, which is the sweet Spanish peppers that we use for sofrito. And I hope it does grow, because that's something that I would love to have all the time. Green peppers, we had California Wonder and American Seed. Hot peppers was a mixed packet that you can pick. It has like 5 or 10 different kind of hot peppers in it. The kale was from Johnny Seed. The beet was from Johnny Seed. It was the Chioggia beet. That's bucket number 7. Then I just sprinkled just seeds of carrots, those were the same brand, all three, so I can just go downstairs and check. And then it was Johnny Seed for red cabbage, and one was green cabbage. And then that small clear container was just spinach that I just sprinkled. I didn't even bother, like, whatchamacallit. But I am going to put, actually, in a different color, the brands in here, because I don't want to get it confused. So this one was steak and Mexico. I should know. Cherry is Gold Rush and Sweet Pea. The sweet peppers is Ajices, so I'll put that there. The green pepper was California and American. Hot pepper, I don't remember that brand, but I only have one packet. The kale was Johnny Seed. The B was Chiogia from Johnny. I'm just gonna put Johnny. Carrots, I believe, was a different brand, but they were all the same, and I have 4 of the same brands inside that container. The cabbage was red and green. I put them both in that one container, and it was a Johnny Seed. And then the spinach was an American Seed. So that's it. The plants, I'm gonna fix them look pretty on this side, and then I will update you guys, and sometime in the beginning of March, of course I'll be checking on it all the time to make sure to see, you know, what look good, and if it doesn't. If something pops up where it looks good, then I will definitely grab the camera and bring you with me and show you. But if I don't see anything, there's no point, right? I won't bother. What else? I think that's it. So God bless. Thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. Bye. Have a good night.